forgotten towers of Great Zimbabwe. Long ago, in the heart of southern Africa, a great kingdom rose from the earth. Its people built towering stone walls, grand palaces, and mysterious structures that stood strong for centuries. This was Great Zimbabwe, a city of wealth, power, and secrets. But as time passed, the kingdom faded, and its stories were nearly lost. Today, only the stones remember. This is the tale of the forgotten towers of Great Zimbabwe. Many hundreds of years ago, before the first Europeans set foot in Africa, the Shona people built a city unlike any other. They carved their homes and temples from stone, stacking rock upon rock without mortar. The walls stood tall, some as high as 10 meters, and they curved in smooth, unbroken lines. At the center of the city stood the Great Enclosure, a massive structure with a cone-shaped tower that still puzzles historians today. Who built these towers? Why were they made? And what happened to the people who once walked these halls? The story begins with a powerful ruler, a king who was said to be chosen by the gods. His name was lost to time, but his legacy lived on in the stones. The Shona people believed he had a connection to the spirit world, and under his rule, the kingdom flourished. Gold and ivory flowed through the city, traded with merchants from faraway lands, Arabia, India, and China. The towers of Great Zimbabwe were not just buildings. They were symbols of wealth and divine power. One legend speaks of the tower inside the Great Enclosure. Some say it was a grain silo, storing food for the kingdom. Others believe it was a sacred place, where priests spoke to the ancestors. But the oldest stories tell of something different, something hidden. It is said that deep beneath the tower, a secret chamber held treasures beyond imagination. Gold, jewels, and strange artifacts from distant lands were buried there, guarded by spirits. Many have searched for this chamber, but none have found it. The earth keeps its secrets well. As the years passed, the kingdom of Great Zimbabwe began to weaken. No one knows for certain why. Some say the land grew dry, and the rains did not come. Others whisper of wars or sickness. Whatever the reason, the people slowly left the city. The towers stood empty, and the great walls became silent. The jungle crept in, covering the stones with vines and roots. For centuries, the ruins slept, forgotten by the world outside. Then, in the late 1800s, European explorers came to Africa. When they found the ruins, they could not believe their eyes. They had never seen such grand stone buildings in this part of the world. But instead of honoring the builders, they made up wild stories. Some claimed the towers were built by the Queen of Sheba, or even by ancient Phoenicians. They refused to believe that Africans could create such wonders. These false tales spread, and the true history of Great Zimbabwe was nearly erased. But the stones remember. Archaeologists now know that the Shona people built the city with skill and wisdom. The towers were not just piles of rock. They were carefully designed, with hidden passages and perfect curves. Even today, no one knows exactly how they were built without modern tools. The people of Great Zimbabwe left no written records, only the silent walls that whisper to those who listen. Among the ruins, there is a hill called the Acropolis. It was the home of kings, where rulers once looked over their land. From this high place, they could see for miles the rivers, the forests, and the distant mountains. Some say that on quiet nights, if you stand there, you can hear the echoes of the past. The sound of drums, the voices of priests chanting, the laughter of children playing between the walls. The spirits of Great Zimbabwe have not left. They linger in the wind, in the cracks of the stones, waiting for their story to be told. Today, the ruins are a sacred place. The people of Zimbabwe honor their ancestors and protect the ancient city. The towers still stand, though time has worn them down. They are a reminder of a lost kingdom, a civilization that once ruled the land with pride. The forgotten towers of Great Zimbabwe were never truly forgotten, not by the earth, not by the spirits, and not by the descendants of those who built them. And so the legend lives on. Perhaps one day the secret chamber beneath the tower will be found. Perhaps the true name of the great king will be remembered. Until then, the stones keep their silence, and the towers watch over the land as they have for centuries. The story of Great Zimbabwe is not over. It is waiting, written in the wind and the earth, for those who are willing to listen.